Oh, right.
Hello, everybody. It's a Sunday. Time for a little bit of gaming therapy where we're not professionals. We don't ask you to listen to our advice. It's all just for fun. If you're going to pay something, pay attention. Other than that, we're good. What are you doing there? Oh,
In case
Ashley's going to go ahead and put the link in there in case you all
anyone
want
wants
to join. Or anyone wants
there
to
you
join.
go.
So there we have it. Sunday. I guess can't really make that kind of an announcement. So I want to thank you guys, our recent subscribers, for joining. We have made some pretty steady progress on subscribers in the last month or two, so we appreciate that. Hello, Mini Wormut. How are you, sir?
Oh my God, Brian's actually first this time. Hi, Brian.
She's gonna start the SmackDown.
Always.
Yeah, generally it's Charles.
It's usually Charles or Mythos.
That's
Brian
okay,
usually
though.
doesn't get on for another hour.
Yeah, you are a little bit early there, Brian, but we appreciate it. So we are getting a few things assembled there. Might add a couple extra pieces into that paint challenge. We'll see. I got to try to make it realistic for us, time-wise, to make sure we can.
I have my hands full. These, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, Ashley's got once a few more of you get in here, Ashley's got a really interesting, complicated sculpt that she got printed out. So we'll show that. That's going to require kind of looking at that. What? Oh, no, that's a paint thing out of the package.
Yeah, and I saw they were sitting up on your desk. I found balls.
Yeah. Little tiny paintballs. You're at the beach?
Charles!
Oh, nice. Well, if you're at the beach playing priming minis in and out of the cave, then I guess you're not the beach. You're making a beach. Is that it? Oh, you're there trying to get a ball. Well, that's okay. Charles, you're good. Ashley was just giving Brian a little bit of, friendly crud, just because.
Yeah, do you know where any of our round-tipped metal filers are? You know, the ones like this, but they were more of like a
they
point?
were in here's one I have here.
Does that have a point?
Yeah, but it's attached. It's got two magnets. Hold on. Let go. Move your fingers, please. There.
No, that's not the one I want.
That's the only one I got.
Right,
wherever you put them in that little box, you had that little toolbox under there. So we got a lot of little metal files she's looking for. Read slow. It's okay, Greg. I did read slow. You're playing with trash and priming minis. You'll be in and out of the cave.
What are these?
But you're at the beach. But you're not really at the beach. What?
Those are tools. Where are they in here?
You're basing your 2mm Union soldiers. I seen those packs there, Charles. Those are tiny. I don't even know how you're gonna paint those guys. They're, I guess, just one coat them really. But I'm assuming you could get a whole lot of them things on the table. As small as they are. So there you go. Me and Keegan just got done a little bit after
3.
Not even quite an hour ago. We got done playing Clash of Steel and we packed it all up, and so I put a little teaser thing out on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, whatnot, and I've got all the battle report down, ready to go. So that'll be one of the things I'll be doing, uploading that. What are you laughing at over there? But yeah, a couple of things I've been doing, Charles, is some of my tank minis that were printed have little gaps. So
he's been filling a lot.
This stuff here is really cool. I've had it for a long time, but it's made by Vallejo. Let me see if I can hold this up better. It says plastic putty, but it's 100% acrylic resin. So you just kind of squeeze it out into the cracks and fill it in, and it'll look something like this on your tank. See that little bits of white? just where there were seams, and then I just smeared it around. The seams aren't that big, but
Now, once
whatever's left, you
prime
just
it, it'll be
smear it
good.
around and you prime it, and then nobody even knows it's there. But it kind of fills in the little bits, so that way I can get it primed and get them ready to go. Because I think I'll add that. And I believe I got the other two little tanks, so I'll throw those in too. We'll work on those. The next game we're going to play is Alpha Strike. We're going to try and get one of those done this week. The miniatures are going to be unpainted, so don't. The only reason is, though, Brian, because we're saving them to paint on your challenge that you're doing.
So no shit talking.
Oh, well, he's going to do that anyways.
True. It's Brian.
So, but yeah. So long story short, where'd that mug go I got from? Oh,
Up there.
I wanted to show this off because, I always show your guys' mugs off and stuff. So I got this one from Leinster Games.
Johnny.
And that's old von Richten's, the Red Baron from World War One. This is his mug. Pretty nice. Got like wood grain design there. And there, the camera doesn't do it justice. But it's a pretty nice little mug. So Leinster has those. Hey, Ledford, how you doing? Yes, Keegan, I want to be mugged. Look, I'm going to show you something, because you had to do it. You had to do it. You started it. So now you got mini warm-up, Mollingford Advantage. You got me, and you got Mythos. Look, a mugshot.
Thanks, Keegan.
I'll be famous one day. One day.
Thanks.
So there you go, you guys. And collecting coffee cups is my thing, but you know.
And we do use them. They just don't sit up on
They
the
do
shelf.
get used. I just keep them clean so I can rotate them out. But yeah. Mythos, Mini Wormut, Mulling for Advantage. They have really nice ones. You can check out their links on their channels. Well, we're glad you're doing good, Ledford. We don't really get a chance to say hi to you too much. I know you're busy working, so it's hard to get things done. I know I don't really want to go to work tomorrow. I'm not opposed to working. I'm just kind of done. No, I'm just kind of done. I want to enjoy life. I'm tired of, I like the work I do, I guess, but I really want to have more time to get other things done. So one day, I guess, I can retire, but not today. Other than that, there you go. So there was your mugshot, too. Now you can tell people you knew Greg before there was a picture at the post office. But yeah, so we played some Clash of Steel. Ashley, when she's ready, we can show off I can add the other camera, but you're almost done with what you're doing there.
No, but the one is, for the most part, as long as I don't move them too much.
Well, that should all be dried. It's it's really an in-depth kind of print. So I wanted to show you guys because I guess I can't really show it on that camera too well.
Give me a second.
That's the one thing I got to do.
You gotta get a new camera.
A different camera. Our cameras are all wearing out, so time to upgrade.
Nope, I'm trying to build an alpha right now.
Keegan says heavy tanks suck in Clash of Steel.
No, I don't think they do. I just don't think we're using them correctly.
They're a little difficult. No, it's not that we weren't using them correctly when we played. It's just...
Hold on. What is it catching?
It's catching the fan there. You got too much going on. Try to get this other camera set up there.
Oh, I caught the books.
Yeah.
Up underneath.
Okay. So I'm going to show you the other camera. Here. This is a lot going on. we're gonna switch it over this so you get a bigger view. Hold on. So if you look at it closely, and it's a little blurry there, Ash.
There's not much I can.
Just back right there. It's clear. It's clear. So you've got a space marine battling Tyranids. So you'll have to point it out there. Ash, you're on that camera, so like show them what it's doing.
This one, the gun decided to stay up, but it's blowing a hole out of here and ended up out of here.
You took it off the camera. So it went right through the Tyranid. That's one Tyranid coming after this poor little space marine. The other one caught the power sword, you know, chain sword. And then there's the top of him. And then there's parts of one underneath him. So he's kind of surrounded. You're moving it out of the camera there, babe. He's surrounded. And
body here. Looks like there's a head of something. Down in here. There's another body cavity here.
So if you take a second look at that's going to be a complicated paint job.
Not for me.
But, okay, well, still complicated paint job trying to get in and around all that stuff. But there you go. That's what Ashley was working on, and she's doing something else for Tyranids.
I'm building an alpha.
Okay, so what does an alpha do?
It's an alpha. He's got swords.
He's got a sword. All right.
So
that's
no, it's one of my bigger ones.
That's when you just printed, right?
Yeah, but it didn't print his other Talon. So
what do you think of that? That's some pretty close-up, detailed stuff on that print. Unfortunately, that camera, when it's too close,
I know, and it doesn't move back any further. Hold on.
Oh, that's all right.
There we go. That's a little better.
Yeah, the detail on the print came out really good, though. Really good. So, hey, you could see your notes blowing around from the fan. But that should make a nice little desk piece there, I think. Or what do you plan on doing with it?
I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm going to put it up for a giveaway or
you mean you might paint that and give it away? You had to glue all those pieces together too.
I know. It's going to be bubble wrapping all of it. That's going to be my downfall.
Mini Wormut says it'll look really cool when he paints it up. There you go.
I've seen your paint jobs, Brian. He ain't that good.
Oh, wow.
What? Just like you, babe.
Jeez. Dash, you really going to town now, huh? That's what happens when you do security at a company. You start thinking that you're, tough guy. Many more much appropriate responses. Ha!
Everyone does good work. It's their own way of doing things. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
So
there you go. I don't know.
The way I look at it is if you like your paint jobs, then that's all that matters.
Are you going to put that in his competition or do it before then?
I don't know yet. I have all those mechs to paint for the competition. That and him.
That's the little bird that Chewbacca ate in Star Wars. Yeah. So Mythos, there, hold that up for Mythos. There you go, Mythos. Look at that. A space marine whacking a Tyranid with his power sword and blasting a hole through the other one because the hole goes out the back of the top part there. It's a pretty interesting print. Watch your finger there. Yep. That's what that did. So there you go, Mythos. We figured you'd like that too. It is a really cool little sculpt. A lot going on.
Yeah, and I found it for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Porga, or whatever it's called.
A porg? Oh, thanks, Ledford. I didn't know. I couldn't remember what it was. I just remember we made friends with it and then ate it.
I'm still not happy with that. That's bull.
Mini Wormut says he's fat. Why are you saying you're fat, Mini Wormut? That's okay. We like you anyway, so you know.
Everyone's beautiful in their own special way.
Yeah, I need to lose weight.
What is that
I know
song?
that. Huh? What song?
Beautiful.
I don't know.
I think it's from Pink. You are beautiful in every single way, or something like that.
I don't know. So is that your alpha guy?
Yes, it's alpha.
She's building more bugs, you guys.
No, I'm trying to finish off the few bugs I needed.
Wow.
I got 2 legs and 2 arms, and I got 5 guys up there that needs them. They didn't print them all. I think the pieces are too small to hold on that printer.
Yeah. So then they just break apart, or
They're not sticking to the plate.
it's not sticking to the plate.
So
Then I don't know.
because each one of those is either missing an arm or a leg.
That's right, Ashley. It's a Pink song, Mythos said. For when we get back to Warhammer next year, Keegan says. Nah, we'll have to
No,
try
me
to.
and Greg are going to probably try to throw down
We'll
on
have
the
to-
one.
We really want to get down a Alpha
One
Strike.
Rules.
I guess Catalyst has only put out, according to their statement here,
What,
a little while back, a few days ago or a week or so. At this point, I guess they're only out about half on their shipments of all the BattleTech stuff. Poor Clint still hasn't got his as of today that I know of, so he's
Clint
waiting.
ordered like $1,000 worth of freaking stuff. I don't know really if that's.
I think it was
much.
only $949.
Oh, I was joking.
I don't know. he's got a whole bunch coming now, so it's just a matter of whenever they get it shipped out. They're just halfway there.
No, you. God damn. All right, shut the.
Oh, Mythos asked how you were doing. That's why you said you were fat. I just seen that. Mini Warm-Up says, Keegan, I guess Twilight 2000 will be Twilight 3000 when we get to it. Yep. Keegan's running that show. You have to ask him, although he's got better hours now. So, yes, Ledford, last year for the last Black Friday stuff, it was. So, we picked up an Anycubic. They had like a bundle deal. It's kind of ironic. I got a bonus from work. I literally used the bonus, was out like $7-10 or something out of my own pocket. And I used that and got it. So yeah, it works pretty good.
Honestly, I've printed out quite a bit of stuff.
Yeah.
So I printed out this model, the one I'm doing right now. Pug.
Ah, that was pretty close. Well, she's printed out those little T-80 tanks.
T-80s. There's a little tower back here that I printed for 6mm. I printed my rawr, the little one. These guys are printed. There's little ones.
1 minute Warhammer says Warhammer 40K painters are sissies.
Back here, those are the
You
ones
don't
that
gotta
keep
show
missing
yourself to the door.
pieces. This big blue guy back here, I have to finish painting.
There's a giant Necron. Greg did that one,
Greg
though.
did that one, but he kept falling off his desk, so he's hiding over here, keeping my computer up. And then, there we go. Other than the granddaughter stuff, he's been 3D printed. This one back here.
You'd have to pick it up and show Ledford so he can see. Here, Ledford, it's easier if she brings it closer so you can see how big that piece is.
Are you gonna stay? Okay.
Want me to hold them?
No.
So.
There we go. All right. Bring it down. So Mythos sent actually me and Greg that big blue guy on my desk, which is a dreadnought, right, babe?
He's the one with the claws.
So it's like a dreadnought. This one was 3D printed, and they're actually pretty heavy.
Yeah, that one's a heavy one.
No, she got paint on him. It's all right. I got it. So I painted him. He's 3D printed. Old one eye.
There you go. Mito says the dreadnought's looking good so far. Brian says the minis look girly. But Ledford says it's brilliant. Keep stirring the pot, may warm up. Otherwise, it sticks and burns. That one came out really nice. The trick to that was finding a base big enough to...
Yeah, Keegan actually had one.
Keegan had one, yeah.
This one, I put his leg on wrong, so I had an extra piece of Space Marine. So he's stepping on a piece of Space Marine down there.
Oh, because you put his leg too high?
I put his leg too high up, yeah. So that's another 3D printed one.
No, you're okay, Mini Warmont. Ash's not mad at you.
I don't care. This is another one. I have 10 of these guys that I printed. I have to finish painting them. And that's popping
Mythos says those are looking sweet also. You're okay, Brian. It's all good. Ashley likes to give you crap back, so it's good.
Don't get me started, Brian. I'll nitpick your freaking Zombicide shit. I have 20 of these guys. This is what I'm trying to build.
Oh, Brian says your miniature painting looks really good.
Yeah, I actually put more than one color on it. What else did we do?
Well, that gives Ledford an idea because he asked. So there you go, Ledford. There's
the giveaway we just did when we got Clash of Steel. That walkthrough. Mythos got one, and so did Charles. Both of them got them. Other than I got to finish priming it. But yeah, I had to break these off to make a move. So once I get it primed, you won't see the pink and get them cleaned up a little bit more.
Is that correct? Weed eater in the shed. Is the weed eater in the shed there? Sorry about that, you guys.
So this is a dice tower that we paid for. I still have to clean it up a little bit more, but Mythos said it's actually pretty close to a Warhammer tank.
What, that one there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, turn that one out.
What the hell?
He's
fucking dick.
Yeah, it's funny, man. You always got something to say.
But yeah, that's just some of them. Printed out a squirrel for Greg.
Oh, the squirrel.
Flying squirrel
holder.
Out there.
Yeah.
A flying squirrel for the granddaughter. Another T-Rex that's actually a bigger one for her because she wants to grab all my stuff and paint it because she took one of my old bones collection and started painting over it. Nice. So, which is fine.
She has all her stuff there too.
And she has all her stuff. So me and Greg are gonna plan on trying to find a spot to put a little
something for her, like a little work area.
Oh my lord!
Oh wow, Gawa, how are you, sir? Yep, Lehman Russ battle tank. Mythos said so.
Okay, I don't.
We'll get it.
It's worked. A Space Marine thing. I don't care.
It worked good for me for winning Clash of Steel today. So But that was a bit of a tug of war
Go ahead,
there.
shut this down so I can get it out of my way.
There. All right. There we go. Hold on a second. There. Got
How
it
was
ready
your
to
show
go.
today, Chris?
Imperial Guard, actually. There you go.
It's still a Space Marine.
It's
It's just not the blue ones.
not the Blues. No, Guards aren't Space Marines though.
They're part of that faction. Yes, they are. Just a different port of them.
Wow, you're all fired up today.
Oh, this is not going to be good. He's going to be top heavy.
Well, not when you glue him to the base.
Yeah. He's top heavy.
But once it gets glued to the base, it should be good. Oh, yeah. He says not bad. He's just getting ready for bed, but he wanted to pop on and say hi. Well, thank you for popping on and saying hi. Oh, Jeremy's going to get a scratch under the beak for us. Thank you. Every once in a while, put a string on her and run around your yard. And if people say, "What are you doing?" just say, "This poor bird's so tired. I'm trying to help her fly." You know, she's already done a lot of flying. She's been around a long time.
He.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Hey, I'm the one who did the research on him.
Yep. Metha says the Guard are different, Ashley. They're the humans. The Space Marines are the super soldiers, but they're all.
But they're still humans inside a freaking suit.
But they're not Space Marines.
But they're still human. I'll
Yes.
stick with my bugs.
I would say the Space Marines technically aren't technically human anymore after their modifications.
If they take their helmet off and they're still human, it's still a human.
Oh, did you get to see Nagawa's show today, Ashley?
No, I missed it.
Yeah, we missed it too.
I got busy at work. Usually I try to jump in. But today I just could not.
Oh, Nagawa, hold on. Before you go to bed. Hold on. You like World War I stuff, so let me show you this real quick. All right, so Johnny Lingster has his own website. So I want to show you this. So here you go, Nagawa. Look at this. This mug I got, if you can see it, it's like nice wood grain outside, but look, it's Von Richten's plain on the coffee mug. So he got hooked up with Aries.
Yep.
So I like some of the World War I stuff. So I thought I'd help support him by getting a mug from his place. But that's the actual picture they have too, and that's what's modeled after. So I thought you would get a kick out of that. So, oh yeah, they have some other ones. It was interesting. The only thing with mugs is, it sucks when you try to do mugs because the company you do the mug from charges you. There's really no profit. It's more like getting the word out. And then the shipping is always expensive. It's always $8-9 shipping or something. But I like this mug. It's a nice big one. And so, anyone who knows anything about World War I and the famous ace, German ace, that's his biplane. Yeah, they are kind of personal. But I just wanted to show that to you before you went to bed. I just got that in the mail. I thought,
I'm going to split my finger to him.
Oh, don't glue your fingers to the models. I don't know, Mythos. Brian says he doesn't care because it's 40K. But we care. So, yep, Ashley, they're born human, but they undergo a genetic modification in order to better them for marriage. They have to become super strong with wallets.
A man with 2 hearts? Yeah, that's never going to happen. A man with 2 hearts? Yeah, okay. So they're zombies.
Oh yeah, did you like that, Nagawa? I just thought when I seen that, I was like, somebody had a little bit of artistic thing, and I was like, wait, I just thought it was a good little flick. And I like the way they incorporated that. So basically, they're Spartan knockoffs, Keegan says, kind of. Because actually, they become 12-foot tall giants.
Time Lord's had 2 hearts. I don't know what Time Lord is.
That's because you don't have a watch.
You don't even know what that is.
I have a watch.
But you're not a lord.
I applied to be one. So Spartans, yeah. I mean, the Halo Spartans are super soldiers also. So
they want to be Captain Americas.
Doctor Who, Ashley.
Who? Oh, okay.
Doctor Who.
I watched a couple.
Can you do me a favor? Can you go over there? Scoot your chair over there.
And
grab that blue
time
dice tower, yeah. I'll show you this there, Nagawa, too. That's who Doctor Who is. He's a Time Lord. So there you go. Do you recognize this, Nagawa? It's a dice tower. It's Doctor Who. Dice come out the bottom. They go in the top.
I twisted his ankle when I took him off. He's so cockeyed.
Yeah, these are cool. So we printed that on the filament printer a while back. Keegan did. My son Dylan, his girlfriend Brittany loves Doctor Who, and so yes, it is a TARDIS dice tower. She's wanting to know if we can maybe paint the glass in it. I was like, well, I can. We can try that. But it come out really good. It rolls the dice really well, and you can see it's fairly tall. Sorry about the light in the background. It's a phone booth. Yes, Mini Warm-Up, a special phone booth. You can't tell Doctor Who that. Well, hello, Gremlin, but they're mostly inspired by the Sword than anything else. It is bigger on the inside, Nagawa, huh? You open that door and it's just way more space in there. It looks like a little. Whoa, what are you doing? Oh, is that what you got finished up?
No, I'm missing an arm.
He looks kind of nasty as it is. What, you mean the one coming down?
Yeah, on the other side.
Well, maybe you got wounded in battle.
I could.
Yeah, it's interdimensional. Ooh, my finger kind of stuck to that. Dang. You can join the show if you want Mini Warm-Up. Any one of you guys can. We put the link out there, so. Yeah, that's I think what she's gonna do, Brian, is just call it a war wound. He said Ashley.
Pretty much.
But you can do fun things with 3D printers, so you can't do as much as maybe you think you can, but then there's a lot of cool stuff you can do. And the detail came out really nice.
No. It's transferred.
It's all good. Mostly though for the train is why I got the printer. Everybody knows that, but I haven't been able to do too much train since we're doing baby dinosaurs.
Damn right, dinosaurs matter.
Raw-rars, bugs, nids, everything. Yeah, Ashley likes to print a lot of stuff, so.
Domicus! Here for some therapy.
We're glad you're here for therapy. We don't charge. We just ask that you pay attention.
What are you talking about? He took his money again.
No, he blocked his bank account now, so now I can't go out randomly buying train. Thanks to Limicus. I mean, I don't know what to say. Yeah, we're glad you're here, sir.
We're glad everyone shows up.
Yeah, it's just a fun way to end the week and start the new week. But so that's kind of what we got going on. Like I said, I gamed earlier today with Keegan for a couple hours.
How well did that work out for you? you're stuck with Keegan for 11 hours.
Not 11 hours. No, that's too much.
Well, you said what? Started about 10, 11?
Where's your $2? Hey, Mini Warmut. I showed off your mug that you guys can pick up at Mini Warmut's links under his videos. By the way, they come in multiple colors.
And Greg had to have the yellow.
I just wanted the yellow because I thought his little logo kind of popped out better on this one. So there's your $2 worth of advertising, Mini Warmut. Oh, don't break him, Ash. She just dropped it. And yeah, Gremlin, we're glad you're here, man. Just if you put up with us, we're a little bit crazy at somewhat.
Somewhat?
Am I yellow? I can't be too afraid or scared of things in life. I married Ashley. Oh shit. I said that out loud. I love you. It's okay. You don't have to look at me like that.
I got super glue.
Just stay over there. It's all good. So yeah. Am I yellow? So I feel safe. Yeah, no. That's okay. Our marriage survives on being dysfunctional. If it was functional, it probably just
what to do.
probably wouldn't work right.
No, it probably wouldn't. Okay, so
But there you go. So,
orange.
anyways, Gremlin, if you're still there, yeah, we're a bit. How do they say it in other parts of the world?
Psychopath?
We're a bit wonky. Little bit. Yeah, you do pretty good on your scratch train there. Mini Warmut. Yeah, me and Ashley have a pretty good partnership going on. It works out pretty good. As long as I remember to check my bank account before I try to buy lunch.
Oh, that's for the granddaughter. Stop putting it over my head. That made you starve for one day.
You didn't make me starve. I was just embarrassed. As I go to order my food and they decline my card to go. It's because she went to the game shop during the day and didn't tell me. So, yep. Sometimes you got, there's so much that happens in life.
Poop.
I know. I'll live with it.
And you know what? And you didn't go and say no to your granddaughter either because she wanted to be like her grandpa.
That's true. So no, it's all good.
She just happened to get captains.
A box of captains, yeah. Oh, yeah. So there you go, you guys. I mean, you've heard it about 20 times. Many more might get it correct 20 times. But it's just something that it just lives on. It happened once, and now I have to get on the phone. I check the phone. Okay. I can get a nice coffee. I'm good. Yeah. I have to make sure now. See, though, and that's the thing. When both people are involved,
it sucks.
It's a little bit more expensive. No grudges, eh? Anyone says, nope. It's not a grudge, sir. It's just a deep burned-in memory.
And I've paid you back numerous times by bringing you iced coffees.
Yeah, that's true. You have. Yes, Telemachus, you're going to hear it more. I'm going to repeat it.
You will. It won't. Since the day it happened, I don't ever not hear at least once a week.
No, it's not once a week. I've cut back to maybe once every 2 weeks.
No, almost every show.
Once
a week.
Can you give me every other show?
No, once a week.
Woohoo! Probably be another 50 times. But it's all good. No, Ledford. I have not seen Deadpool yet, but Keegan and my daughter Crystal went to go see it. So I have not had a chance yet to see it. Did Keegan really need to
lose more brain cells?
But Keegan said it was good. That's true, Keegan. Some of the 3D printers lower the game cost just a tad until you become a printaholic. You remind your wife about jumping parking light poles. Did she jump it in a car? I don't know if I heard that one. Parking lot light poles. Boy, you'd have to get the car pretty far off the ground to get over those light poles. I have watched people back into them, though, or go to turn into a parking space and they're on their phone and hit them. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, but it's also scary that, people ain't paying attention. They can run over children and people,
Yeah.
gamers.
Yeah, don't injure any gamers.
We can't afford it.
So much bad's going on. We don't want to.
They jump out of nowhere.
They do. They're like those attack trees. Do you ever wonder, Mini Warmut, that all the trees are lined up on the side of the road, and you know they all want to cross, but they patiently wait for the right car to jump out, and it's all over. It's all over with. It's an illusion. They actually make you think they're just going to be there on the side of the road, that they're not going to move, and then one day, they're going to go out on a limb and jump out in front of you. So I agree with it. It's kind of like deer, though. We got a lot of deer that run across the road.
We live in Iowa.
Yeah.
Hey, British.
Well, hello, British. How are you doing, sir?
Ah, damn it.
Hopefully all is well where you're at. Oh, yeah. 2 days later, that light pole jumped out and boom. Well, I mean, things happen. They happen. At least you had insurance, I'm sure, Mini Warmut, so, that probably worked out pretty good for you. So, British, we're just getting here. We gamed earlier today. Ashley's working on a little sculpt, and yeah, we're just kind of being dysfunctional in our conversation a bit. Gap insurance? There you go. I thought that was for mileage, though, right? But maybe if it's for the gap in between the cars, there's light poles, maybe the gap insurance covers that gap. Or the shopping cart racks or whatever. Then Ashley's still working on. Oh, you're working on another one, aren't you? Because you got your big guy drying. She's building a Tyranid army steadily. So, saves having to buy it. It actually is cheaper to print them out. If you're going to buy the codex or whatever, you just print your minis out. It's not bad. Blue book value and what's owed on the car, the gap. I always thought you were talking about gap insurance on mileage, like when you lease a car. It tends to when you wreck a car, or your car gets hit, they tend to not give you what it was worth because they'll tell you, well, it was worth that much until the car got hit. But after doing customer service for a while for a pretty big company that handles some of the major brands of insurance, I'll tell you what, if you can afford it, you may as well get all the coverage you can. So, because dumb things happen, like brakes go out, people lose control, jump a curb, run into a house. And no one ever thinks that'll happen, but I'll tell you what, that happens an awful lot. Things like that will hammer your insurance. Or if someone goes in the hospital, there's $100,000. So yeah, always get as much as you can. We're glad you're doing good there, British. We're doing pretty good here too. Just none of us want to go to work tomorrow, really. Well, maybe some of them do. I'm just kind of burned out. I think it's time for me to take time off. When did I do that? Do what, man? What I talked about so much, I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm supposed to stay at the scene? Oh, okay. Well, I thought all you had to do is take a picture and upload it into your app, and then you could just drive away. I didn't realize you had to stay at the scene for police and stuff. Yeah. Actually, I think out here it's only reported if it's over $500. But since the cost of a bumper is like $1,200 just for a cover, yeah, pretty much everybody has to call and do reports all the time. But yeah, usually I would suggest, and of course, to all those listening who aren't part of the group, it's just a little bit of jest. So if you're in a car accident, we ask that you please call the authorities and do the proper thing. Otherwise, we're just goofing off. It's all for entertainment. Stay at the scene.
I think some states, if you don't, it's illegal.
Here, like I said, it's $500. The next live game, we haven't done those in probably 6 months or so. Maybe a little longer.
Since the end of January.
Yeah,
so,
we went to
7.
We went to the coffee shop. The last video we put up for you guys from the coffee shop where we did a live there when Clint was able. We just found that I think maybe it was too much if we did a game Sunday live, and then an hour or so later we did the show. So it just didn't seem to. I think Sundays too, people have a lot going on, so we're just appreciative that you guys can make it for the show. So as far as a live game, mini warm-up, I don't know. I mean, maybe might do something in the middle of the week. But what about, we're supposed to get together and do some Zombicide again at some point. And we could do that live, and it could go to both of our channels. Hey, Walkabout, how are you, man? So we could do that. We just really haven't been back to it. Like the game we played today, I got all videoed, so I'll just do a battle report. And British hasn't had a holiday since before COVID. Yeah, I remember when that all happened here, British. I was one of the essential workers, and I was hoping. I asked my boss one day, I said, can't you just fire me? I want to sit at home and make this $1,000 a week and not work. I don't want to be the essential worker. And they just laughed at me about it. So a vacation other than going to, I don't really call that a vacation because it's like 2 days to go out to a March to Victory or something. But
I could have went for another week.
It would be nice to take a week off, just a week at some point. Zombie what? Zombicide, Brian, sir. Oh, there you go, Charles. If you're gonna get some rain, move your little outside office in. Your last several videos with you doing stuff outside was kind of nice. If the weather's good, then the weather, you gotta, go with the weather. And yes, Brian, if you're the business owner, you gotta work. You're right. So just schedule a game whenever you can. When in the winter, your business is mostly pretty much dead. Or do you do any kind of snow removal where you're at, or anything like that in the winter to offset it? Because landscaping should taper way off for you.
He lives in Arizona. It's 90 degrees in the winter.
No. Some parts of Arizona get snow, like Flagstaff, and other areas heavy snow. Not all of Arizona doesn't get it. You never heard of Zombicide? That's not. You've been the Zombicide dealer, so yeah.
Say he's up in Phoenix area. You don't know what snow is? I don't even think he's seen snow.
Ledford says Zombicide was fun to watch. Thanks, Ledford. It was actually fun. It's fun to play. Yeah, I know some parts of Arizona get it many warm up, but I'm just saying, I don't know if you have accounts outside of your area where you do something else during the winter to have income come in. If not, then you have more time, then that's cool too. Out here, pretty much anybody that does outside work in the winter, they switch over to snow removal. Now, you're not doing that every single day, but they don't have to do it every day to make the money. So Ledford, yeah, Zombicide's it's a fun game. It's many Wormut's fault he got us hooked on that. Yeah, they get a little bit there. I'll tell you what's weird, man. It was unseasonably cold this week here. When I mean cold, it don't usually get down to 50 degrees at night in August. you're lucky most of the time if you get to 70s at night or 80s, you're like, okay, so August, this last week's been weird. It's not normal. 3 inches of snow, that's probably a lot for them though, Brian, in that area. For us, 3 inches is about average, 3 or 6. It'll bounce around in between there. So yeah, the wintertime will be a little bit easier too at my work because all the outdoor stuff, like you do all that landscaping, I'm on one of those riding lawnmowers all the time, and they're not fun. For 5 minutes, everybody goes, "Oh, that's cool." Yeah, 5 minutes later of being jarred around, and that hot engine behind your back, it's 101 or 102 degrees, and you're sitting on that motor. That's not fun all the time. And then weed eating, that sucks. I hate that. And walk about 3 inches. Well, yeah, that's not necessarily what we're talking about. But I see how you're twisting it. The pizza season in Tombstone. What time of year is that? So Telemachus pizza is good any time of the year, even if it's cold. You can eat it. But yeah, out here you're getting more than that. So it'll be a little bit easier days for me, which might give me, because sometimes, man, you just come home wiped out. You get 6 feet. Yeah. So in California, you got 2 areas, and I know Charles knows about that. Yeah, Tombstone Brown Pizza, I got that at the supermarket. But it's Lake Arrowhead and Big Bear Mountain. And when you go up there, you'll get feet of snow at a time sometimes. There are doors on the back of the buildings open in, a lot. First place I worked at, don't laugh at me out there. I was in the desert. I had to drive up the backside of Big Bear and worked at a donut shop, made donuts. And nothing's better than making fresh donuts and glazing them and then eating them yourself. Only to test sample them for public safety was the only reason I did it. But got a snowstorm where I looked out the window one day and couldn't see the car. You open the door and it's up to your face. And then right inside the door was in the floor like drain, so you could shovel the snow, so you could shovel your way out of the place. So yeah, walk about. Some areas in this country will get feet of snow too. It just depends on where you're at. 3 inches isn't that much snow. Buy some sheep, let them do the work. Yeah, not like Big Bear, Charles, but you know what I'm talking about because you live out there. So Victorville, Phelan, Hesperia, Apple Valley out there, Charles, they're in the desert out by Barstow or on your way to Barstow. And they get snow. It's desert. It'd be hot in the morning, and then at night it can be snowing. It's kind of weird. And it rained a lot too. Yeah, that'd be a lot for the desert. So there you go, Ashley. You can snow base your Tyranids and put them in a.
No.
No? Why not? Don't lean back in that chair. That's a new chair. Do not force it. If it snaps and goes back.
I'm not forcing it. I figured out how to lean.
Mythos, if you're watching, tell her, no. You figured out how to lean in the chair.
You can.
If it goes down again, you're going to bang your head on the table.
Fuck off!
Repeat. Live on the air. I don't think
I did it once.
We could repeat that there, Minnie Wormwood. It was literally it just happened.
It was a fluke.
Where she says I bring up the food thing all the time. You know how many times I've heard you laugh first, Greg, when I fell down? I know. I
didn't record your reaction to not getting food.
But that was just, we were on air when you broke the chair. That was not me purposely hanging around, looking through the window with the video camera going, come on, break a chair. I mean, it just happened live on air.
Fuck off me.
There you go, Telemachus. A couple of feet of snow. Now you're getting 14 inches at once. Yeah.
Thanks, Walkabout.
Get your cell phones ready. Brian's he still has the video clip ready in his file. Yeah, I have to tell you that I've watched it a couple times.
A couple? 100?
Well, first of all, I was concerned. I honestly didn't realize.
You were worried about the freaking miniatures.
Yes, you did land on them. I was worried. That was a brand new set. But I was worried about you too, simultaneously at the same time. See?
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. Anyways,
After you
different
laughed.
subject. Different subject, yeah. But I'm just saying, just be careful leaning back. It did not work out for you the last time. So, well, I tried to tell her Walkabout. She's not listening. You're just gonna keep leaning back. If you notice now, I sit in a chair. I sit forward because it's not a recliner.
You can heal miniatures. It's called glue.
Yes, Mythos, you're right. I was concerned about miniatures because a person will heal. Miniatures aren't.
A glimpse of freedom, huh?
Brief glimmer. Protect. I'm sorry, Walkabout. When you watched that clip, she went right down on. I thought she hit our whole box of tanks. She just built all the tanks from Clash of Steel. So yeah, I was worried because if you break them, it's not like. Anyways, I was.
Keep digging yourself a bigger hole.
I was concerned about you.
Dig yourself a bigger hole.
Plus, glue's expensive. That's the other thing.
I'm the one who bought the glue.
But still expensive. And what's yours is mine and whatnot, right?
No, it don't work that way.
Yeah. So, yeah, the miniatures we played with today. So, thankfully, they're okay, Walkabout. They were. Oh, that would not be good, Minnie Warmut.
No, that would have sucked.
If she falls to the floor, of course, I'd be concerned about her getting hurt. But repairing a floor is really hard to do. He's all go now. Yeah.
Bye,
I don't
Brian.
think you're gonna go through the floor.
If I go through this floor, it'd be the main floor and then hardwood floor over it. That's a lot of wood to have to go through.
At that point, if you plow through the floor, which you shouldn't, we'll just get down there and create a basement. Like maybe a safe house or something. So you can sneak in there. Arms and legs flailing about. Help! Oh, now I'm picturing. I gotta stop doing it. I'm gonna get myself on trouble. Help you, Brian. You're getting me to laugh out loud about visualizing things I should not visualize. I'm trying to help you. You're at least a state away.
Doesn't matter. Walkabout's not much help.
It's just funny. I can picture that. I'm betting everybody else is picturing it. And all these legs and feet like that. But anyways, we'll, like I said the last time, we'll have to do a safety show, Brian. Probably we'll start out our show. I said, what if we start the show out with like those orange safety little helmets you wear when you're biking?
Oh, like you want to get one for your freaking lawnmower?
Yeah, I do, Brian. I want to ride that Toro around, but I want to put like a little safety helmet on, a little whip orange flag in the back. And I know my bosses will be just like, that's Greg. That's great. But I just think it'd be kind of cool. So, I'd add a little bit of flavor to the area. It would be funny, though.
A nut job white man, yeah. Flavor.
Huh? How dare you? Yeah, kinda. May warm up. Hey, you can't blame me. It was 2 boxes, both starter sets. We had just got them, and Ashley put the majority of them together, and then she put them in one box and all the rule books in the other. Rule books in the other. So I was like, I just wanted to make sure that all of her hard work, all of your hard work, babe, was not ruined. It was a concern. It came out wrong, but that was my ultimate concern.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, strangely, I need something to drink.
Don't choke.
Damn, that's not vodka. Well, I guess I could put anything in there at this rate. Anyways, somewhere in there we were talking about figures and painting and stuff. But yeah. Yep. Got to make sure your miniatures are secure. There's not one person in this lobby that has not invested a lot in their collections. Oh no.
Not including what's on my desk and on your desk.
Are you, Brian? If you're watching it again, then could you laugh for me? Because she can't hear you she wouldn't hear you anyways. And just between me and you, just one good little chuckle, and I'll be all right.
How many views does that have, Bill?
How many views does it have? Probably not a lot. I did immediately laugh? Okay.
Yeah, you did immediate laugh.
Yeah, I did. So, like I said 100 times in my defense, I thought I asked for if you were okay, which I did. I didn't
like 20 seconds into it.
I didn't realize that I laughed hysterically first.
52.
Yeah, so oh, you're gonna watch it now, Ashley, to see what I did? No. So yeah, I did kind of focus on the tanks a little bit, but like I said, I was concerned about. Sorry. Yeah. But I could tell she was okay when she fell.
No, you didn't.
I knew that she was okay because she was laughing. And
it's like hitting a funny bone. What else are you supposed to do? It was so shocked, like what the hell?
Well, it would be cool if you would have those eyeglass cameras going, and we could just see the whole room go like
pretty much.
Then you end up looking at the ceiling. Yeah.
People are giving us hearts.
Well, there we go. Sometimes you gotta have fun, but you couldn't have planned that. I mean, in all seriousness, I love you, but I also can't afford the hospital bills or anything, so don't break this chair. Do not lean back in it. It's an office chair. It's not designed as a recliner.
Don't tell me I will put a recliner in here.
No. Straight down like dropping a cannonball off a boat. Plunk. Yeah, there was.
Which I'm glad. I could have been seriously hurt with how close I came to that table.
Well, the table might have cushioned you might have hit that and bounced a little, but you could have hit your head. And yeah, I don't want you to hit your head anymore.
I'm going to super glue something. Keep talking.
Sadly, I have become mute. I don't know sign language, so I can't go any further. That's a good analogy there, Wormite. I guess I never looked at it that way, but things happen. So for that, I'll give you another $2 shout out. Buy Mini Warmuck's coffee cup. It's kind of cool, and it's in different colors.
You know, Mythos is still in here. You're not promoting his damn cup. Ew.
Buy Mythos's cup too. It's even better. And it's
British, you laugh too. Don't even go and say anything.
British, he didn't laugh, did he? He defended.
Oh no, that's right. I think he's the only one who did defend me.
He's the one that asked if you were okay, right?
I believe so. I think British was the only one that defended me.
Yeah, Ashley said, I don't see in in the comments anyone asked if I'm okay? I think it was British that asked if you're okay.
I believe so.
Now she's rereading the comments over here.
What the hell? Yeah, he was the only one.
There you go, British. She's a fan of Life for Yours since you're the only one that asked her if she was okay. But that's because we knew. We all knew deep down you were okay. You're double checking every reply. Gravity check.
Fucking McMurray.
McMurray's all gravity check. Wow, mini Warmut. Well, see, there's just funny things that happen, and sometimes you just got to roll with it. Oh, Charles. Ashley put her chair together. You're right, Walkabout. Her laugh said she was okay. No, Ashley put the chair together herself, Charles, when I came in, and a shout out to Mythos because he actually contributed to her chair. So the only thing she couldn't figure out is there's this big tension spring. She didn't know where it went. So I don't know.
Really?
Mythos says he never laughed either. Ledford, no. I have not played Magic.
I did when it first came out.
Ashley did for a little bit. I never did. It is hugely popular, though. There are a lot of people that go to two of our local game shops that really, they do. A lot of people at the tables have Magic.
Fucking Brian. I hope you ruined your damn keyboard.
Oh no, Walkabout. Don't remind her about the glue bottle.
It's Gorilla Glue.
I don't want to be like that guy. What was that movie?
Bonds in 10 seconds.
He had to go to the hospital because he glued his hand to something that was,
Oh, that's what I was thinking. To the side of the leg.
No. So tonight, the glue bottles will be put away before I go to bed.
How many glue bottles did I get?
That's a question I don't know. Well, it's a little bit slightly evil. Don't choke on that coffee. Charles is right. He says, Greg, be careful. If she knows how to put a chair together, she knows how to take one apart. Did I check mine? Oh, boy. No, I didn't, but I'm going to have to now. There's no way around it. Before I do this show, I'm just going to lock the door, take a light, start checking all the bolts.
No, actually, I'm the one. Greg builds houses. I fucking fix cars.
Sometimes. So she built her own chair. This way, if it collapses, it's not on me. But I will safety check. It's kind of like being in the mafia, right? You got to check under your car before you start it. Now I'm going to have to check under the seat before I sit in it. No, the big teeth thing's not good either. Don't grin like that. There you go, Ledford. Mythos played some Magic, and I'm not sure what decks he's referring to, but it's, like I said, it's pretty hugely popular game.
I built my own, but back when it first came out, I don't think there was really names for each deck.
Your kids dragged you into Yu-Gi-Oh! And you still have all your cards?
I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Too.
You know what? I still believe I have Pogs left laying around from.
Oh, I don't know, babe. I think we lost.
I think they're in a box. Still in a box.
We might.
I know some of the Pokemon cards are good too.
See, I pretty much gave up on them. My little brother was into it really bad. So I ended up setting for his birthday one year all my Yu-Gi-Oh!, all my Magic, all my Pokemon. I sent him all of it because I didn't have anyone to really play with up here. But he had friends that played it, so I sent him all my decks. Oh, I had more than 10 decks.
She had boxes.
I had decent sized boxes of them.
Yeah, but see, all of the ones we're talking about, they all have those specialty cards that are worth quite a bit of money. So
Oh, I wish I had all my stuff back.
I will tell you the truth. I was over at Crystal's the other day, and I walked into her son Aaron's room, and on the floor was a Pokemon Gold foil card. I said something VMAX on. I picked it up off the floor, and I thought, just for the hell of it, I used Google Lens and looked it up. I walked out and I said, hey, you know this card that's laying in there on Aaron's floor where he's just been walking around it? Hopefully he didn't step on it. It's worth like $125 for one card.
I doubt that.
No,
so with
with
Pokemon and Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh, there's little markings.
Yep.
You have to look at the markings. Most cards you have duplicates of, but
I know. So we blew the picture up of the ones that people were selling, and so this fits in line with those. So it doesn't matter if it's not worth $100 or not. The problem is those cards are worth money. You have a bunch that are playable and some in progress.
oh, I never had any pre-built decks. All mine were custom decks.
Yeah, if you got.
That's the way to do it. You buy 4 or 5 different, quote, actual decks, and then you switch them.
Yeah, see, I don't know anything about what cards are good for those or not. I just know that it's very popular, and if you go into the local stores, like I said, they have tables dedicated for that where people just come in and play. So it works out pretty good.
Yeah, my brother built he called it his FU deck, where he had like magic cards that were, each time someone like drew a card or something like that or discarded, he ended up getting a point or something, and just keep adding more and more of these like snake heads or dragon heads or something like that. And then the special ability on that card also gave him, each time he killed something or removed a card from another player, he gets another one, and just multiplied it.
That'll be almost like
It was almost not. It was like unstoppable.
Like not winnable against.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but if you know what you're doing, I mean,
it's you gotta hope to get the actual cards that you want to be able to play them to be able to get to that.
Charles says he built his from scratch too. They weren't the ones.
Because you can get pre-built like 50s and 100s of Magic.
You funded your store with 3 cards, made 15 grand. Damn, Walkabout, what ones did you have? I mean, if you want to share that, that'd be cool. I have no idea. I do know that they get highly expensive, though. I mean, is it Turtle Power Gaming? I did an interview with them. They specialize most. They have a lot of different stuff, but their big thing is buying and selling cards for these decks. Yeah, Telemachus, the Max card, it said. I thought it said VMAX on it or something. But when I looked it up, they were selling everywhere for $100, $125. I'm like, the card's laying on your floor. Pick it up.
You just never know. Like with garage sales, that's the best way to do it. You can have someone who was a collector, or their kids, they bought them for their kids a long time ago, and then the kids didn't want nothing to really do with them, so they kept them. Now they're getting rid of them.
So Charles says yes or no to doing video once a month on one of his decks. Well, I say yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
Even though I don't know anything about it, just do it, because others do. It'll give you something to put up. Oh, original Max cards, Walkabout. There you go. I know. Yeah, absolutely. Because I've heard stories about some of these
$12,000,
cards are
$15,000.
a lot of
couple of
money.
them.
A lot of money. Well, that's what he was saying. He got 15 grand out of his from
Depending
3
on
cards.
what it is, and if you can find the right buyer.
There's always the right buyer because there's a lot of elites and people with a lot of money in this world. They'll just buy the stuff, and it doesn't matter to them what that you're selling it for.
Yep.
Well, there you go. That got you
Troy,
up and going, man. That's a good deal. Walkabout.
My brother spent $680 something on one card.
The black bordered beta cards. Oof. I'll keep an eye out for that. Be one of those things you find at a yard sale where the parents like,
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Little Johnny moved out. I don't know what these are here. Take them all for $1.
Yep.
Now I have heard about the Black Lotus, and if you
the Black Lotus. That's one of them. I think that's the actually most famous one, or something like that. The most expensive one.
So the nurse said they can sell it. I mean, the thing is, though, too, if you sell it, what's the chance of getting it again? But then again, for the money, you could sell it. So,
well, I guess they make the Black Lotus card in every, like random ones or common ones, but there's like one of 100 or something that are like the original or something, and
I bet it's less than that.
Oh, probably.
You're saving your cards so that the kids can sell them and have money for a big, huge Irish wake for when you die. Jeez. Well, I guess $800 a pack to get the reprints for a reprint. Wow. It's kind of like Bitcoin. You know, remember that story about that guy that when it first came out, he paid 10,000 Bitcoins as a pizza delivery guy? I'm like, good God, you know, if you can get stuff when it first comes out, you don't got to try to get in on it later. $800 though, man, that's a lot to me for not the real thing, but for a reprint. All right, Walkabout. Well, thanks for hanging around, man. We appreciate you showing up. And you guys check out Walkabout's channel. He's pretty cool. Oh, geez, time's going. That's why. So yeah, that's just a lot.
Get your wag on.
Get your wag on. That's pretty good, Minnie Warmont. Just dawned on me. He said he had to run, but his name is Walkabout. But he's gonna run. I could run if my life depended on it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna walk.
I just have to run faster than you.
You apparently haven't watched The Walking Dead.
Injure your knee, make you trip, and you're good.
So you've got this planned out, huh?
Actually, I'd probably feed them Keegan first.
Oh, Wizards of the Coast said they would never reprint them, but they did. Well, Hasbro pushed them to do it. Yeah, because it's a money thing. It's a money thing. See, something like that to me is it should be when it first run, whatever they do, reprints. I don't agree with people doing because you could actually take a reprint and sell it to someone who doesn't know any better, you know, and trick them into paying more for it. Plus, I think it just kind of devalues the original.
Well, that, and then, you know, or buy it, you know, from people who don't know what it is.
I don't know, but it's like old baseball cards or something, you know, that like, I remember having one of those. You don't realize it's worth this much money or whatever these days. And then a lot of the companies went overkill on the gold foil, silver foil, laser etched cards. They just started putting too many in the runs. But you got to make some things rare here or there. I think makes it a challenge to get to. But holy cow. I think Wizards of the Coast was, we were at a opening of a game store, and that's what that guy is trying to get, a Wizards of the Coast license. So
Oh, screw that. 15 cards? No, I'm not paying $1,000 for 15 cards. I don't care how collectible they are.
Magic the Gatherin's 30th anniversary edition special premium set, 14 cards,
15 cards.
$999 or $999. Oh,
It'd be close to $1,100 depending on where you're at. Here in Iowa, it'd be 7% tax.
If I had $1,000 to just spend on something in the hobby world, I'd have a whole bunch of stuff, upgraded paints and all that. Well, thanks for sharing that, sir, because that's kind of crazy that it's that much money. But huh? And do you know, Telemachus, did they sell it out? Did they? I mean, they must have made money. I'm sure there are people that would buy them just to have them if they can't get the originals. I'm just curious if they did like a limited run on X amount of these packs, or yeah. I don't know, man. That's just some, like I said, the reprint thing to me there. It's amazing that Hasbro had the authority to push them, but
I think Hasbro owns them.
Hasbro is into a lot of stuff.
Well, just like Disney with Star Wars.
Yeah, don't get me started, babe, on Disney and Star Wars. I'm not a fan of that. How it went down. I'm just gonna go with what you said there, because I would assume they all sold. I think a lot of people probably thought, well, I'm never gonna get the original. I'll get this, and if they're big fans, because let's face it, if you're into a hobby and you like it, you're gonna buy what you want in the hobby, regardless. So it's just one of those things. If you have the money, by the way, there's the kicker. You got to have the money to buy it, but people are going to do it. Like she said, her brother spent over $600 on
one card.
One card at the shop. And when you go into these shops, and like I said, I've never gotten into deck building or any of that. I only know some names and some things like Black Lotus, because a lot of people talk about this stuff. But the amount of cards they had in there, and people constantly at the counters buying them. And I mean, $15 cards, $50 cards, $30 cards, $100, and they were just treating those like no big deal. They were still randomized. For that price, you should have got the complete set. That's just my opinion. Mythos says that Yu-Gi-Oh! His favorite decks he made are Black Rose, Dragon deck, a Cyber Dragon deck.
Yep, I had a Dragon deck. I had a Harpy deck. Oh God, now I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Red Eye, Black Dragon. Red Eye. Oh God, what the hell was the other one? I had an all-female deck.
That's cool, Mythos. Do you still have? Well, you still have those decks, I'm assuming. I think because you said you had decks. So, if anything else, if you build it and you like it, you're gonna keep it. Because I don't know, man. We're all collectors too. That's the other part of the gaming addiction. And now there's just too much going on out there to. I think that might be Josh wanting to borrow the weed, or Asher plugged in. Make sure he gets the battery. You still have them all. Very good. That is cool. but things are expensive. I mean, look at these little Primaris eliminators, Mythos, 3 figures, $50. So things are costly. But if you have your decks, I'd keep them all because if you enjoy using them, you could do that on one of your shows too, Mythos. Talk about your decks. You know, that's hobby stuff. Why not? And Ledford, if you're still there, because I can't tell who's there, I just see numbers. Then I would you could chit chat with Mythos because he's into a lot of this stuff too. Magic, I just don't, like I said, I don't know enough about it to even do a little show on it. Unfortunately, I just don't. So, well, thanks, Ledford, for being there. Yeah, see what I mean, Mythos? I mean, since it's you now, just go ahead and do something a little different. It's hobby stuff, right? Um, Miniatures, people, miniatures. For reference, an original Black Lotus, Black Border, beta, and mint condition. $800,000? Wow. And what they buy for that deck that the card came in $1 something back in the day or $2? There you go, Nagawa. As long as you don't see dead people. That's true. That's true. Wow, that's a lot of money for a card. Now, if you own the card, what do? Do you sell it and take the 800K now? Or do you hold on to it and hope you don't die, and then before you die, you sell it for more? That's a lot of money. Hey, Nagawa, thank you for hanging around, man. We appreciate you stopping by. We're glad you like sharing me and stuff, and glad you like that mug. It is kind of cool. Well, have a good night, sir. And you guys check out his show on Saturdays. I try to watch it. He has a lot of info on World War One. Hunt Mini Warmont's got a new rule book that arrived. Power 9. So what does that exactly mean there, Telemachus? But if it's something they allow at tournaments, then that's it. Was it Josh?
Don't.
What did you do? Grab a piece of bread?
Peanut butter.
Power 9. Do you know what the power levels were on those games?
Which game?
I think Magic. He just said the Black Lotus card's going for 800K now.
Oh, doesn't surprise me. It's like one of the top ones, I guess.
Oof. Super overpowered cards?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's when you buy that, Telemachus, will you invite me on so we can take a look at it once you pick that card up? Because I know you're going to showcase it, right?
Hmm.
This is why he complains I spend his money.
Mm-hmm.
He's saving for that card. Here I feel like, oh wow, I found a deal for $30 on some terrain. And there's cards for close to $1 million out there. Oof. I don't know. And what rule book did you get, Mini Warmut? I'm just curious. You're an all or nothing kind of dude, yeah. Oh, you don't play? You worked in a game store 15 years ago? Yeah. If you work in, if Ashley, let's just say if Ashley was to work at our local hobby store, we'd have to apply for food stamps or something.
Would be broke.
There just wouldn't be any money left. But yeah, that's really cool. But I don't know. There's going to be somebody that'll out there and just have the money and drop it just to have it because they're rich and they can do it. A bag of D20s? Nice. But I'm curious about your rule book, man. What kind of rule book? Because I thought you were doing one-page rules and fistful of lead rules. A bag of D20s. Well, it's many more meta. Hopefully. Ah! My Little Pony RPG. That's good, Lucas. You just gave me a clue. Not really, because a lot of games take a D20. So I'm not sure. Unless it's Twilight 2000 rulebook. What are you watching there, Ash? You're
I found a fucking side duck phone holder.
You really. So I'm just gonna have to invest in a case of resin or something.
Yep.
D20 is a D&D. Ah. Do you think Mini Wormut's gonna be a dungeon master?
He might. Could fit him though.
Yeah, but I think unless I don't know, I just see Mini Wormut taking that to a different level. Frostgrave, that's a good choice. Huh. Now we're all curious. I don't know. Frostgrave or no, it was Stargrave. Stargrave Telemachus that we played once. I only played it once. Oh, now Telemachus said Stargrave also. Do. Bingo, there you go. Hey! Two of us got it by sheer luck. Stargrave is interesting there, Mini Wormut. But only got to play one game with it with Clint. And then we ended up moving on to something else. The campaign books are pure unadulterated poop. Okay. So how many campaign books are there? I mean, we just had the one book. We went off and played one game on the table. That was at the coffee shop, which I don't know if that video is still up or not. Poorly written. Some things they just throw out for a game just to get it out, and that's sometimes where you run into problems. No, if there's no cohesion to it, that makes it difficult. So we're gonna try and get Twilight 2000 going.
Oh, excuse me.
Or been waiting for Keegan's work there because we got the character sheets down, so that should be pretty good. They're horrible editors. You're not the only one that said that, Telemachus. I've heard that before too from other people. Some, like I said, I've run across some games that shouldn't have been made. They just made it because of the name and whatnot, and rule followers. I don't know. We tried to on some of them. Some things are good, like those one-page rules. I'm looking through them, and I still haven't got to throw it down. The only thing I notice is I'm going to lose you'll lose all your abilities for each group of people you got, so you just have to play it for what it is. Go beyond the lines. Man, Warmut's getting philosophical now. Don't look at it. Look at it and see beyond. Yeah, I was looking at their $10 a month contribution for miniatures. Not like you said to do. I think that's a good idea. I don't think I would have enough resin. You know what I mean? I think that would be all I do is come home and hear that printer.
It does not make that noise.
Yeah, that one does. That one makes a little bit of a noise. You can hear it at night. Dice range. That's a pretty big span there. On the other hand, Telemachus, some of these game creators that have been creating games over all these decades, they're now making them super simple so that they can get more customers as their fan base or customer base is getting older, dying off, not playing anymore. And I'll tell you right now, some of the complicated stuff that some of the games are really complicated, and I don't think the newer generation are kind of up for all that. Yeah, I wouldn't get heartbroken over a bad rule set. Just if you're going to play the game for the rules, it's the rules. If not, use an alternative rule set. Oh, you got there.
What's up?
Well, I think you got so much to do for rules, so much to pick from that it's a good deal. I really do and really am wanting to throw it down. The problem is, Mini Warman, see, now that we got this, all of our stuff for Alpha Strike, I need to get that out, especially since only 50% of them have shipped. So I'd like to get my stuff out there where it can still be seen. And I also want to try a squad base. Just me and Ash to do a squad based game with the one-page rules. I think that would work really good. Just take the Warhammer stuff and just go off of that. I think that'd be cool. Give that a shot. So just trying to figure the time out. Dun, 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 dun. So people call when you're busy.
Always. That's what teenagers do.
That's the way it goes. So that's our thing. We just gotta try to get more free time. We used to, and then all of a sudden it's like just not anymore. So you want to use the bolt action dice bag activation? Well, there you go. I'm not sure how bolt action plays because I haven't played it. And because the scale is out of what we generally don't deal with that scale. I've seen little clips here and there, reels and stuff. And it looks cool, but it's just, I don't know enough about it to know. So I still got Flames of War, late war stuff that I'm waiting for Keegan to finish up his guys. I'd like to do some of that. So I just got a lot going on that almost too much to try to figure out what to do. And another thing is annoying time-wise. Look, all this time I wanted to do my Texas Rangers against the Apes, and I've got all the figures painted. I got my little Stargate thing painted.
And I gotta get these houses.
I haven't even had a chance to get the terrain yet or do something. And that's what I told Ashley. I said, I don't want a year to go by after I've gotten things to a point and I wanted to go forward. So I can figure the rules out for it or use something, whatever, but I don't want to just put them on the table either with zero terrain because I don't think that would help like the little story I want to do with it. But I don't want to keep putting it off either. Yeah, most of the rule sets have it. We'll say that. Even Warhammer says that. Hey, this is the rule book's a guideline in there. It says play the game your way as long as both people agree. But still, the way they've set things up, and your cards and stuff that's designed to be used with their rules. Some of them, like Legion, that whole box of Legion guys, I can play those with a couple different sets of rules. It's really not going to matter. Or I could play it with theirs. Certain things like X-Wing, I'm going to stick with X-Wing rules. I'm not going to go off of trying to ad hoc that type of a game. But almost anything else you can. And you got all these miniatures that you got. You could do so. It's just like a Arena of Blood from Wiley Games. I want to do that too. I paid for it and I got the rule set, the cards and whatnot, but I haven't even had a chance to put together a couple of those Roman figures.
Oh, we just did get glue, so
yeah, I want to put together, but still, we were going to use the Scooby-Doo gang too, but then we still have yet to get the arena because it's always something, you guys. Yeah, you need to get the minis painted, but you got to work too. So do what you got to do there, Mini Warm-Up, because as winter comes up, there'll be a little bit more time. In the fall, we as a family do what we can hunting-wise. But that's just during the day, obviously. And they took all the fun of it. They said I can't hunt at the zoo anymore, like I told you before. It's really shameful.
It was the park.
Was it the park?
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So that will take up a little bit, like September 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, those days. I'm going to be busy outside in the great outdoors, enjoying being bit by mosquitoes and tromping through grass and having fun. Mostly watching the dog have fun. So in the evening, my downfall is going to be, I know that wipes you out when you start doing all that kind of walking. It's not like walking on a sidewalk or.
No, if you're going through knee length at minimum.
It's hard walking. So, but as winter comes along, less and less to do on anything of that. So I'm hoping that as the year progresses, I can get more in. And besides, I'm proud of our channel. We're growing. We're now up to 800 something people, which isn't a ton, but we just keep steady growing. So I want to be able to get more content out also. Geez, Charles, that looks like you got a lot of things going on. Like I said, Charles, if you want to do a once a month thing, go for it. It's your channel. It doesn't always have to be. Deck games are kind of tabletop games. You're going to sit at a table and play with others. Ooh, see that, Mini Warmut? Those your canals. So in California, like the aqueducts and all that, we used to get them. Some of my favorite fishing was just walking up and down a creek and bouncing a worm. Those, just to get a night crawler, put it a little bit away from your sinker and just bounce it. The creek might be 3 feet wide, and then a foot and 2 or 3. You'll grab all sorts of fish out of those things. Yes, Charles eats, Benny Wormut. He puts up quite a few of his chorizo breakfasts for dinner things. So he eats. I pay attention. But you had to do that there, Charles. Once a month, go through that. And Mythos, I'm telling you, man, you can add that to your channel. It's the hobby too. And it's something else you like. It give you a little change of pace. And do that too. Yeah, he does, Benny Warmont. He'll put up his chorizo and eggs and stuff he has. And see, I'm one of those people. Just because it's breakfast, who says you can't have that kind of food for dinner? Nobody.
We've done it numerous
You know what I
times.
mean? There's times we've had biscuits and gravy for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, hash browns, potatoes, and egg. The potatoes and egg stuff dinner, because nobody says you have to eat it for breakfast. Now, my only challenge is I don't eat any pork products anymore. Cardiologist said that's bad for you, Greg. So I do a lot of like turkey bacon or substitutions because bacon's a seasoning. That's why you have elk bacon, deer bacon, pork bacon, beef bacon. So now here you can get these other things too, like beef bacon. Why are we talking about foods? Because we haven't had dinner yet.
Yep.
So tonight, Charles, I guess I could post it, but I'll tell you, we're just gonna take some fajitas that were on sale at the store.
Oh, I can make pico.
And we'll just make some homemade pico. We could do that. You gotta fry that up and throw it in some little tortillas and eat that. So, yeah, I don't eat a lot in the during the day. Breakfast is break fast, right? It's translated over. It's break fast because when you're sleeping, you're fasting. So when you eat something in the morning, you're breaking that fast. And generally, it's just, quote, the civilized countries that tell you got to eat 3 times a day. Blah, blah. No, you don't. A lot of other countries don't. Most people have them for most of the years. You start looking around and you're like, yeah, no. So 2 meals. I don't even really have 2 full meals a day, but that's about it. It's generally nothing for breakfast or in the morning because I get out and I work. Unless Ashley's home. She used to be able to, Saturdays and Sundays, she would cook breakfast for us, but she works Saturdays and Sundays, so.
Should be for much longer.
Yeah. So generally, I just don't eat any breakfast. Lunch, I eat a little bit because it's hot. You know what that's like, mini warm up. You're outside working, doing landscaping. I got to do a lot of that around here. A lot of chainsawing, a lot of pole cutting with the pole saw. That's no way to eat too much during the day. It just doesn't go well when you're trying to work. Ooh, pot stickers are good too.
Dumplings. Steamed buns. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. See, there you go, mini wormut.
Now, do you do your pot stickers either fried or steamed?
Okay, there's your question. Are your pot stickers fried or steamed, mini wormut? What do you do with them? I bet you. Please don't tell me you just throw them in the microwave. Some people do that. So we're pretty fortunate with Asian food out here. There's quite a few places. But like tonight, I mean, our local store and a butcher shop area, they make chicken fajitas, steak fajitas, and they had them on sale. So just buy a couple pounds and it gives you a couple meals. Cooks them on the dash. Put them in some tin foil. Set them on the back of that lawnmower engine where you're riding around, and boom.
Jeez.
Some hot food. Oh, she puts them in the steamer. Nice.
There you go. That's the way to eat them.
That's the way they're supposed to be done.
Yep.
But hear me out. You can put them on the engine and cook your food too.
Babe, they were able to go and cook eggs on the concrete.
Yeah, but that's gritty when you try to get them up off the concrete.
It's just the point.
It's like hard on your teeth too.
Well, you're the dumbass that put it over rocks.
Eggs on the rocks. That's funny. Why'd you pour your drink out by the ocean on the jetty? They said on the rocks. All this talk about food. I guess it's time for us to get our dinner made. You can cook cookies on the car dashboard out there. I told you when I worked in Phoenix, that was too much. 7 a.m, freaking so hot you couldn't stand it.
Yeah, it takes like 3 hours. But yeah, you can do it.
Well, there you go. We're going to go ahead and let you guys go so we can get dinner set up. But thank you guys for coming by. And anytime you guys want to be on or go back and forth, like I said, let us know. We'll do that too. But you guys take care and have some fun. And we'll do the best we can to get out some more content. So, Ashley, go cook something. All right, you guys, take care. Have a good evening. It is kitchen time. It is.
Bye, guys.
Bye.